Okay, so here we are in front of the volunteer fire department. This is literally, and let me just give you all a panoramic view here. You see this? You see all this? Now, let's swing back around here on this corner. This is where my grandparents lived. And every time my dad would go to Vietnam, we would come here to stay for a year, you know, sometimes longer. And right where this building was where I believe was kind of where my grandparents had their little wooden shed. And then their house would be back. Sorry, I know I'm jerking y'all around, but their house would be back over here. Let's walk around here. You can see they have a lot of old movies about this place. We'll come down here a little bit, just a little bit. So basically I'm standing kind of like right where my grandparents' house was. Now, my parents, after my grandfather died and my grandmother remarried eventually, and she moved away. It's hard for me to even get my bearings here, but they sold it was a used house to begin with, but they sold that house to some other people who moved that house and took it up to Pickens area, and that house ended up burning. So I don't even have that part of my history anymore. My grandfather hand built over here. He had hand built a cellar. Golly, man, a bunch of hardworking. He was a hardworking man. And that pond, my uncles and my cousins would come visit that. You know, we'd have a family reunion, and they would fish in that pond, and me too as well. We had a horse just like this one down here, and we called it Johnny. There was a donkey. My grandfather had a little barn down there. He owned 20 acres. My grandfather did. Yep. I think that big tree right there is the same tree that I have on video, and that means my grandfather would had a gate right there to get into that pasture. And he had him a garden out there, and he had him a garden right in this area right here. He grew cucumbers, but if y'all see me driving around in that 57 GMC pickup, that was my grandfather's, and it came from this property right here. Came from this property right here. My grandfather died in '74. Across this dirt road right here was an old rickety house that you see on all those scary movies, right? And there was a lady there that lived by herself. I can't remember her name now. Old lady. We thought she was a witch. So we would have to gather up our courage to go over there to even talk to her. I can't remember her name. She wasn't a witch, by the way. You know, kids. Yeah, this is our old homestead right here, guys.